Peter Tactchell is a human rights activist and joins me now also from London. And Peter, from a human rights perspective, your main concerns about the arrest and possible extradition of Julian Assange?
Well, clearly what WikiLeaks and Julian Assange did by exposing US war crimes and human rights abuses in Iraq and Afghanistan was in the public interest. They did not leak any information. They published the leaks of Chelsea Manning, and they have the same status as a publisher, albeit an online publisher, as the New York Times and the Guardian newspaper in London, which also published those leaks. So the question is, why is Julian Assange as a publisher being singled out for punitive action by the US authorities with this unwarranted extradition order? Why is he being singled out, and why is the New York Times and the Guardian newspaper not also facing charges in the US courts? This suggests that the US administration of Donald Trump is profoundly embarrassed, as was its predecessor administration, Barack Obama, over the leaks of Chelsea Manning, and in particular furious that through WikiLeaks these informations about human rights abuses and war crimes got a global international audience. This case is all about freedom of the press. WikiLeaks and Julian Assange are online publishers. They have a right in American and international law to publish the truth. And that's all they did. They published the truth. And I think that was a great public service. So for me, Julian Assange is a hero, not a criminal.
And just to see it from the other side, Peter, many would say that he has endangered lives by putting sensitive information out in the public domain.
Well, that allegation has been made, but there's been no evidence or proof. It's the classic example of how the US is trying to justify what it's doing in pursuing him. And given the fact that he's been under a secret grand jury investigation for about 8 years, where neither he nor anyone else was allowed to know the charges, this is completely against the principle of transparent and open judicial process. It suggests that the US administration really does have a vendetta against him. And I would say that when the American people are denied the truth, the facts about what the US government and the US military are doing in their name, then it is commendable that someone like Julian Assange exposes that. What he's done is given the American people the right to know what their government is doing in their name, things that the US government and military kept hidden. And when you look at some of those informations released, like the collateral murder video, collateral damage video, where we saw a US helicopter troops shooting down innocent people in the street. I think that kind of thing needed to be exposed. And what is shocking, even though it has been exposed, as far as I'm aware, none of those soldiers have faced any charges. You know, the US military is not above the law. People are talking about Julian Assange not being above the law. Well, the US military is not above the law either. And he has shone a light on abuses that we didn't know about, and that to me is a profound service to the public, not in America, not just in America, but worldwide.
Peter, thanks so much for sharing your thoughts with us. Peter Tactchell, human rights activist there in London for us. Now let's go to Washington and speak to Kelly.